Okay, last one. This is the newest one. I thought about getting it last year too, but I had already got my Erin Condren, so I didn't need it. So this is the Hobonichi Techo 2024 cousin. So it's a lot bigger than the Weeks. The Weeks, and this is a Weeks Mega, which is like twice the size. Okay, so the little green one is the Weeks Mega. That has like the extra half of it is for note taking or whatever. And then this is the cousin, which is much bigger. But I thought it was going to be the same size as like the Erin Condren, but it is not. But it's okay. So this one is, both of them have the that super thin pages that is like Bible paper thin, which some people like and some people don't. I have grown to really like it, but I also really like the thick paper too that's in the Erin Condren. So it has most of the same features, right? Like this year, last year, next year. But, so this starts off with like each month. January, February, March, April, May, June. And it has little spaces for each of the days. Whereas in the other one, they were just little blocks that there wasn't really any room to write anything. And it was actually kind of confusing because it's just weird, right? So here you have space for every day that you could like make a quick note. Whereas here, it's just little blocks, okay? Also, one thing I love about this whole planner is this whole like extra space down here at the bottom. So you could use that as all like note pages. Okay, so that's, there we go. So now the monthly spread, basically the same but bigger, okay? See? Then the dailies. Oh, this is the pencil board because it's nice to have one because the pages are thin, so it helps for like to give you a surface to write through. Okay, but these dailies do have the times on them, so it starts over at midnight. So you could, which is great for somebody like Leslie Green because I sometimes work overnight, right? I will be actually working overnights a lot in December. So I could write here like 10 p.m. all the way through till 6 a.m. And there's space here for me to block all of that off. Or I could cut it off at midnight if I didn't want to use that, right? So also I got this one Monday start as well. And the other thing that's cool about this one, and it starts actually, let me see. Does this one start in November too, or does it start in January? Let's see. The other one started the last week of, the first week of December. And it doesn't look like this one does. This one just starts January 1st, which is fine. So that automatically necessitates the need of a second planner, at least for the end of 2023. So then after each of the dailies or the weekly spreads with the timestamps for appointment making, you've got the actual dailies. Okay. Turning the page to a new year. So the daily spreads, look at that. So for January, there's a whole blank page here. And then there's a whole day that I can organize notes down. And it's not times, well, I guess you could make those as time, but they're little blocks. And it has like some of those little lines. So then there's this second. So you could just kind of like mark that line off. Like in my other planner, I made that line really strong. And I could even scratch it off here and like make this like the school day. And then everything else. All the other notes I might have for the whole day. So any detailed information you can put into these. And I love that. Because instead of having to go like to the back to find the extra page to do that. You have it here. And you also have your appointment book here. So you have your monthly spread. Then you have your weekly spread. Then you have your dailies. And this seems like a lot, but I think that I thought that this planner was much larger than it is, but I'm actually starting to think that maybe it's not that big and I might not even need the mini that's coming tomorrow. So maybe I'll send it back because I feel like this I could carry around with me. Maybe. It's definitely a lot easier to carry around than this one or this one. Not as easy as this one, but it might be functional enough that I don't need the little mega. So there it is.